as I started working to grow and evolve and actually stop being a workaholic, I realized that I needed to take a deeper dive into what makes me or anybody else for that matter a workaholic. The interesting thing is, I started this whole process thinking that work was the problem. So it makes sense. If work is the problem, I should try to fix work, right? But it didn't actually work. So I had to take a look into things that I had tried in the past when it came to me trying to stop being a workaholic. So the first thing I decided that since work is the problem, maybe I just need to change jobs because the job is what's always asking me to do more. Maybe I just need to go to a place where they don't ask people to do more. But still, I was a workaholic because I had this goal to climb the corporate ladder, to be more, to get to the status, to really grow within this company. So next I tried working under different leaders and different leadership styles, thinking that would fix my workaholism. But I was still a workaholic because even though I had amazing leaders who would not take advantage of me, who actually really helped develop me and bring me forward, I was so impressed and so grateful for all that they were doing for me that I decided, oh, I should repay them by working harder. And I would offer to do more. Well, again, working more was a problem. So I needed to try something else. So if work within a career, within this traditional job is the problem, then maybe I need to become an entrepreneur. Because if I'm my own boss, then I can get away from corporate culture and to be able to decide for myself what I should do and not do. But here's the thing, I was still a workaholic because in none of these situations did I actually realize that it wasn't work that was the problem until I finally had this realization. I realized that I was stuck in a cycle of trying to prove my worth, not only to my job, to my parent, but also to myself. And when I thought about why I was doing that, I realized that I was trying to get validation from things outside of myself rather than actually looking at are the things that I'm doing bringing me life? Are they helping me enjoy my life? I somehow got to this place where I was always seeking success rather than asking myself, when I get to the end of my life, am I going to look back and say, wow, look, the amazing story of a life that I got to live? Now, here's the thing. I didn't wake up in the morning and say, man, I hate my life. I need to change this. Man, I hate my life. I need to prove my worth. It's way more sneaky than that. It's not like your inner being says, I need to prove myself. Instead, what happens is if I was bored, I would work. Or I would sign up for big projects at work, knowing that it was going to get me in front of the people that I needed to know and mingle with in order to climb the corporate ladder and to get all of the things that I was trying to accomplish in this job. As I'm being really honest with myself, I wanted someone to notice me. I wanted someone to recognize how hard I was working, all the effort that I was putting in, and I wanted them to reward me. I wanted them to pat me on my back, but I also wanted them to increase my paycheck. I wanted them to give me a promotion. I wanted them to show me that they valued me. And not only all of that, I didn't know how to relax. Even if I had the time, I didn't know what I would do with myself. So I would literally have a time blocked off on my calendar to rest. And it would come to that time and I would not know what to do with myself. And I would get anxious. Relaxation at one point made me so anxious because I felt guilty that I wasn't doing something for somebody somewhere. And doing all of those things, that keeping emotion was exactly what I needed to be doing to keep all of the balls from dropping. But now that I'm on the path to recovery, I've realized none of those things are true. And all of those things were me choosing to be a workaholic. Now, I'm going to get on a rant for a second. One of the things I've realized in my recovery is that I have a pet peeve of whenever someone says, man, I'm just so tired. And here's why. That is less about you being tired and more about you looking for company in your misery. You're looking for someone to validate all of the hard work you've done and come join around you and do it too, so that we can complain about being tired rather than taking action to do something, to make another choice, to do something differently. You're trying to validate your workaholism, but you don't have to be tired. It's a choice. Being exhausted is a choice. Being burnt out is a choice. Being a workaholic is a choice. And take that from a recovering workaholic. the deep truth about why changing jobs, that first thing didn't work to fix my workaholism, is because at the end of the day, boundaries are my responsibility, not the jobs. I could go to as many different jobs as I want. It's not their responsibility to tell me when to stop. It's mine to say that I have fulfilled my requirement for working for you. And now I'm going to take my peace of mind and go do the other things that I want to do. Okay. So then the deep truth about why having different leaders and different leadership styles didn't work to help me stop being a workaholic is because regardless of whether it was the job or the leaders or the leadership style, I have to have my own boundaries. And rather than having boundaries, I use the fact that they were good leaders to me as justification to keep working more. Rather than taking the gift of freedom that they'd given me, I justified working more and more because I had finally found a leader that I truly respected and who I felt respected me. But I repaid that respect in the wrong way. I should have used it as the freedom when they gifted it to me, but instead I used it as justification to work even more. So then after all of that, my thought was, okay, if the company and the job is not the problem and the leadership style is not the problem, then the entrepreneurship was totally going to fix it. And again, I found myself in the same spot. The reason being an entrepreneur did not help me actually stop being a workaholic was because at the end of the day, not only did I still need to create boundaries for myself, I no longer had any accountability. Within your own business, it's just you making the decisions how hard you work, how much less it works. So actually, being an entrepreneur didn't fix my workaholism. It exasperates. So for you, it's not the job. It's not your king. It's not whether your partner is not doing enough or doing too much. It's not about how much money you make or don't make. It's not whether you travel a lot or that you have to stay in one place. It's the mindset pattern inside of you, inside of me that has to change that actually tells us we should not be putting work into every part of our being so that we can finally create the freedom that we've been saying we want to live. I know saying that you're the problem might make this an unpopular opinion. So I want you to tell me in the comments if you agree or if you don't agree. If you agree, I want you to write, it's me. If you don't agree, I want you to write, you're wrong. And go ahead, tell me straight out whether you agree or not agree. I'm interested to hear. But here's what it comes down to, at least from my perspective. You've tried getting a new job. You've tried working under new leadership and new leadership styles. You maybe have even tried different careers or becoming your own boss. Again, you're watching this video because you're still a workaholic. The common thread is you. You're the problem. And while that's hard to hear, don't worry. If I can change, you can change too. So, hey, I'm Rashida, a recovering workaholic and your dream strategist. I help workaholics learn to work less and live more so that they can create freedom of time, energy, money, and location to live that beautiful, adventurous life that they've always wanted to live and deserve to live. So if that sounds like you, I would love for you to like and subscribe to this channel. And please don't forget to tell me in the comments, do you agree with what I shared today? Or if you don't agree, if you agree, say it's me. If you don't agree, say you're wrong. Either way, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.